Day 734 off the grid, and this is what I did today. I finally got around to tidying up the 12-volt wiring that comes into the house into a little distribution panel. It did take a fair while to route all the wires and get them all connected, and of course what I was left with was almost functionally the same as what I began with, but it's just fused a bit better now and a lot tidier. So this is what we have. This breaker here takes the feed that comes in from the power room, from the 12-volt bank, and sends it up through the roof to a miniature distro up on the roof that's fused. Every run from that is fused to various parts of the house where we use 12 volts. This ceramic fuse here is fitted with a 5 amp fuse, and it supplies the current necessary for the logic inside the control panel here. Now this one is interesting. This is fitted with a 10 amp fuse, and it goes to these two terminals. Well, it goes to the red terminal, obviously that's connected to negative or ground, common, you know. Now what these are for is basically, this is 12 volts. You could say, well, here's 12 volts at 10 amps directly from the big battery in the well, it's not really in the power room, it's the one in the back of the workshop, battery bank E, I think I've called it at one stage. I've really got to sort out those battery banks, what they're actually called, but you will say battery bank E. You could plug something into that, of course, or connect it to the binding posts. But I've actually put that there for something very specific, and over the next few days I'm going to be working on it, and when I've got something connected to it, which is actually going to live on the wall somewhere about here, I reckon. There's the control box there, there's the wall below it. Yeah, when I've done that, we'll be able to see what it is. Like I say, it took quite a while to do that. I had to drill through some of the dwangs to, you know, run the wires at the back of this and stuff. So yeah, a bit of work involved, but I'm really glad I did, because I've been wanting to do this for ages, to tidy up the 12-volt distro into here and get it away from just the lash up that it had. So that's day 734 off the grid. Oh, no, one more thing. Let's just say a little bit about where did this come from. This wooden panel here I actually got from the dump shop when we were in Nelson for the winter solstice last year. And it came like this. Well, it had 3 terminals there. As you can see, I've taken one out and replaced it with this rather dazzling blue LED. And this originally had some wires coming out the top. There's a hole in the top, and they went to some funny spade connectors. And it's got the word science written up the top. I don't know if we can see that on here. Can we see it? Maybe, maybe not. Or is it on the bottom? No, it's on the bottom. There we go. Just see it. Science. So I reckon this came from Polytech or school or something like that in Nelson originally, and it would have been used in the science class for experiments. And, well, now it's on the wall in Shannon, actually doing something. Ancient old ceramic fuses, repurposed anew. Yeah, day 734 off the grid.